Hi guys and welcome to DriveSpark. I'm Promeet and today we are driving the all-new third generation 2021 Honda Amaze. Now this car was launched back in 2013 and this is the third generation. The company has done a lot of tweaks on the inside as well as on the outside. So stay tuned to this video as we tell you everything you need to know about the all-new Honda Amaze. So let me start explaining what all the company has changed as far as the exterior is concerned. So starting off with the front end of the car. So the very first thing you'll notice is now the Honda Amaze gets a full LED headlamp unit. You get LED DRLs, you get a high and a low beam that's inside a projector setup, and that is extremely bright and visibility is awesome. You also get fog lamps. Now the fog lamps are also LED. So basically the entire lighting setup at the front is LED. You get a lot of chrome. So you get a chrome strip that joins both the headlights, and that looks really awesome. You also get a chrome garnishing that's present on the fog lamp unit, and that also looks good. Now one more main thing that has changed is the grille of the Amaze has now changed. So before that you used to get a single block of chrome that used to run across. Now you get two horizontal lines that feature chrome, and that looks really nice. I mean, still the design of the Amaze is it's got that chopped off nose. Not a big fan of that, but with these tweaks, I mean, the car is now looking really refreshed, and because the front bumper has been tweaked and now it also features like a front lip that makes the car look really muscular and aggressive from the front, and you also get some hood lines and creases that actually make the car look much more appealing from the front end. If you come to the side profile, so the side profile, the first thing again you'll notice is that it gets new wheels. So the new alloy wheels look really nice. They are 15 inches. They are dual tone and they are multi-spoke, so it goes overall with the size of the car. And you also get body colored ORVM with an integrated indicator that actually looks nice, and it's an LED setup. So yeah, other than that, there are no changes done to the side profile of the car. You get some subtle body lines and creases that run from the headlight all the way to the tail light. You get a shark fin antenna that actually looks good and enhances the looks of the car when you look at it from the side profile. Come to the rear end. So at the rear end, now you get a new tail lamp unit. It's a split unit. Before this, the tail lamp unit was really small, so now it's an elongated and a much more sleeker version. Again, it's an LED tail lamp unit, so it looks good. It's got those lines, and at night it really looks nice. Also, you get the Amaze badge on the left hand side. You get the iVTEC. So this is the iVTEC VX variant. So you get the variant and the iVTEC badge on the right hand side of the boot. You also get a camera along with parking sensors. And again, there is on the rear end, there are a lot of chrome. So you get chrome on the door handles, you get chrome at the rear end on the rear bumper, that's new. You get chrome on the front. So there's a lot of chrome, so that increases the premiumness and the richness of the car when you look at it from the exterior. Coming to the inside, so as soon as you enter the cabin, you will see that everything looks really fresh, refined. That's because the company has actually put some silver accents. You get a dual tone dashboard. Actually, you get some silver accents on the dashboard around the AC vents, and you also get a new fabric. Now these seats, the fabric is really nice. It's very comfortable. When you see the seats also in person, when you see it from a far distance, they look really comfortable. They are actually comfortable, but for me, there's one thing that I'm not liking is that the company has given some extra lumbar support that can't be adjusted. Now I'm not a big fan of lumbar support, and a lot of people are like, they might not like the lumbar support. So what they could have done is they could have easily given a manual adjustment for the lumbar support, at least for the driver, because the driver should be really comfortable while he's driving the car. So a manual lumbar support adjustment for the driver would have been really nice. Also, the steering wheel can be adjusted for only tilt. There is no telescopic functions, but finding the right driving position is actually not that difficult in this. The cabin looks really refined, really refreshed. You get the 7-inch infotainment system over here that features Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. You get a single zone climate control that has a digital dial to tell you the temperature and the fan speed and the fan mode. Apart from that, you get some charging socket. Does not have a wireless charging. Should have got a wireless charger. You get some cup holders. Now you get a gear lever. So this is the CVT automatic. So obviously this is the CVT automatic gearbox. Instrument cluster is pretty basic. Nothing has changed in the instrument cluster. It is 2 dials with an MID screen in between. The MID screen is really narrow. They could have at least shifted the tires a little bit on the side and given a big MID screen. But anyway, it gives out all the information. It's got the backlight is negative, so there is no problem in the sunlight also to read it. This infotainment system, I think it's got a film on top of it, because actually there's no glare, so I mean that's a really good thing. So yeah, that's about it. No more screens on this. Steering wheel is nice, good to hold. It's covered in leather. On the left hand side, you've got the steering mounted controls for the phone and for your infotainment system. You cannot toggle or go through the MID screen with this. I think there's a manual trip button on the cluster over here. So on the steering wheel, you got some paddle shifters. Now it's a 7-speed CVT gearbox, so you got paddle shifters, and yeah, this looks nice, gives the car a really sporty stance when you're driving it. And when you want manual control, you can use this. The front and the rear, the seats are comfortable, got good backrest, good under thigh support, and if you're two people traveling, you can deploy the center armrest. The center armrest also has 2 cup holders. Again, it misses out on rear AC vents, though they have given a charging socket at the center, but I mean AC vent would have been better. Other than that, the cabin looks really refreshed. It's quiet. There's no noise from the outside that's coming in if you're driving, if you're really driving peacefully. So now let's come to the engine. The Amaze is offered with both petrol and diesel. So today we are driving the petrol, so let me give you a quick engine brief. The petrol engine is a 1.2 litre iVTEC engine. This is mated to either a 5-speed manual or a 7-step CVT gearbox. Now what we are driving is a 7-step CVT gearbox. Power output is 90 PS and 110 Nm. So yeah, in the diesel variant, you again get a manual and CVT, but the power output varies. The torque and the power both varies with the manual and the CVT. So in the diesel manual, you get around 100 PS of power and 200 Nm of torque. Now those power figures are really nice, pretty decent. Like obviously not decent, they're actually good. On the CVT variant in the diesel, you get around 80 PS of power and 160 Nm of torque. These are the power figures, and this is the petrol, so we'll be talking about this. We have got the CVT, very comfortable gearbox. So on the gearbox, you don't have any dedicated driving modes for this, but on the gearbox you have D and S. So if you put it on D and go light on the foot, there'll be an eco indicator that will glow. So the eco indicator will tell you that you are getting the best mileage. And yeah, as far as mileage is concerned, we could not test it, but the company claims that the petrol variant gives around, the petrol manual variant gives around 18.1 and the petrol CVT gives around 18.5 or something like that, around 18 kilometers per liter. The main mileage is where the diesel engine. So the diesel manual is claimed to give around 24.7. Now that's a lot, and the CVT is claimed around to give around 21.2 or 21.5. Now these are tested figures. We will be getting these cars soon for a full-fledged road test review. So at that time we'll be doing a mileage test and telling you whether these figures, what we do, matches the figures that have been given by the company. Let's come to the drive quality. So as I was telling you, CVT gearbox. Now the CVT gearbox, the one thing I don't understand why to give a paddle shifter if you have a CVT gearbox, but anyway, it's a 7-step CVT. Once you're driving slowly, it's really nice, but if you put it on sport, obviously the revs will go up. Percentage of gas is all. I'm pressing the accelerator as much as I was doing on D mode, but if I again put it on D, you will see that the noise of the engine really drops. And if you put it on S, again the revs climb up. Since it's a CVT, there is a lot of noise coming in from the engine at higher revs. So if you can hear, I'll just do a pull once so you can hear now. The noise will be continuous because there are no shifts. Yeah, so that's one of the main problems with a CVT gearbox, the noise. So there'll be a continuous buzzing noise if you go flat out, but again if you put on music, you will get used to it, and I think it'll be at the background when you have some loud music. So anyway, drive quality is really nice. Suspension setup is actually good. It's slightly towards the softer side because the company wanted to give a comfortable ride. Some amount of body roll is there because of the suspension, but yeah, it does take corners, not that quickly, but yeah, it can handle well. The suspension setup is nice, and bumps and potholes are absorbed really nicely. Overall guys, really nice. I mean, really nice nicely done. It's a good sedan if someone wants to really buy, if wants to upgrade from a hatchback and is looking forward for a sedan, maybe a comfortable sedan that has decent features. You can definitely look out for the new Honda Amaze, especially the CVT version, because I mean you'll be driving in comfort. It's a very nice gearbox. Yeah, so the drive quality is also nice. So guys, overall it's a big thumbs up from my end. 2021 Honda Amaze drives comfortably, is comfortable, has got decent features, looks good because of the all LED setup lighting, comfortable to drive, handles decently, is actually spacious. So guys, this was the all-new 2021 Honda Amaze, and the price for this sedan starts at 6.35 lakh ex-showroom and goes all the way up to the 11.15 lakh mark. And I hope I explained this car well to you. If you need to know anything else, please mention it down in the comment section and we will get back to you on that. Until then, if you have liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe to all our social media channels. I'm Promit signing out. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and be safe.